Okay. Hey guys. I think I'm gonna turn off. Hey guys. Wait, let me turn on this one light. What light am I turn? I think I'm gonna turn on this. What light is I want to turn on? Wait a minute. Let me turn on the. Let me turn on the light. I don't want to turn on. Let's see. What thing? Hold on a second. Which one it is? I don't want. I don't want. No, I don't want that on. Down, 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 down. There you go. I don't want this now. Dang, what do I know? I don't want this. I got to hold like that. Hi guys. Hello. Let me turn this on. Hey everybody. Story time. You guys, I got to stay in the dark. I got the TV on, but I got the other little ring light on because I have such a bad headache. Let me turn this on. I have such a bad headache. Anyway, I'm gonna do story time with you tonight. I don't know why. I'm gonna take this out a little bit. Let that rest. I don't know why my head is hurting. I had went um let me see, I think yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Tuesday I had y'all don't ask me how I had applied for a job here a long time ago. Y'all, this today, April 8th, well yesterday, made me here 3 years in North Carolina. So anyway, you guys, let me tell you. Um anyway, I've been running after this here Family Dollar up here. But y'all, guess what? Something coming over my head. The Family Dollar, they kept saying they were gonna call me. Anyway, let me tell you about this Family Dollar. I went to this here Family Dollar when I first got here. And I was working on the computer, child. Working on the computer, answering questions. That in case it's a hurricane, it's a tornado, is someone with the break in the store, uh, 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 try to take the money out the register, all this just stuff here, right? So okay, this what's that? I see some. Okay, well, anyway, I had went to that Family Dollar. Job went to that Family Dollar. Ain't punching no clock. They said that the manager said that, oh, we're gonna be doing everything dealing fact with the computer, right? I said, okay. I came in that Monday and I think I stayed there from like about 10 o'clock to about 1 o'clock. I was working on the computer. answer question, everything what the computer say, right? Basic see that you have any common sense. That's what the computer saying. Y'all excuse me. Y'all, I have such a bad headache too. I got to get out the light. So I just really, I was just napping on and off. Then I said, you know what, I'm not sleepy. And I said, you know what, let me just keep the lights off and let me go and die. But before you guys can, y'all please thumb up my video, please, thank you. So I said that let me turn on a light so you guys can see that I am here, right? Because you know me, I'm a type of person. Y'all, I'm sorry, but sorry about you, but y'all know that. You know which pillow that I'm laying on? I'm laying on I'm laying on my hair pillow. This is my pillow over here. This is my hair pillow. This is one that I'm laying on. It's one that I'm laying on. Okay. This is my hey, how you doing, my love? Come on in. I don't have my glasses on, so uh, I can't say who it is, but welcome. Thank you for coming in, boo. Thank you for me. You guys, you know what? I don't ask so much and I try to be, but anyway, my cash app. What is my cash app? It's D Milton 04. I don't beg and I don't ask them, but you know how I feel about it. The most biggest thing that y'all can do is thumb up my video and share me out. I'm not. I love my people who I have that come around me. I love because I can come live twice a day. And as y'all know, this is my regular time, basically when I will come live. But since that I'm basically into my story time, I used to talk to you guys, the ones that can't sleep, those that I'm talking you to sleep. And I can't say Queen. I know it's saying Queen. I think it said Queen Kate. I think that's what's saying. I don't even have on my glasses. Okay. I'm sorry about that, Queen Kate, if I don't say the name right. But hello, my darling. Hello. So anyway, y'all, my head is certainly very bad. I remember the time my husband used to like take it, somebody another like take his hand. He used to take like the palm of his hand, like up in here, and he used to take it and he'll press it like this and press it from the back real tight like that, and then it would go away. But anyway, that's basic. Okay, okay. I can't even see from looking. I swear my glasses over there on the other table. So anyway, I welcome you guys. Please thumb up my video. Um, those that you know me, you know more about me than a lot of other people that know about me. But as you know that I'm about the real is gonna get. I come out and I would interact whenever that I feel like with other content creator. Other than that, I stay back over in here in this little hole because guess what? I get more out of me than anything. And I do it basic for my health. I do it for my health. Sometimes I come out and you see me on the panel. I'm just basically just like it's okay to burn off steam, okay? But I don't want to feed in all that negative in me. I don't. Because you know what I have to do? I have to go and I have to burn my incense so I can clear that energy and clear my head. So that's why that sometimes I just basically like stay low to myself, especially with me doing the trials. You know, I'm following up the Julio Fulio trial. I don't know what is going on. They didn't show it. From what I understand, when I looked up the information again, where is the show? They said it was picking jury, and then the trial is going to start. I thought so that we supposed to be in the room while they pick the jury, but anyway, I will see. Um, see is about it. Julio Fulio is a big trial and a big case dealing right with what goes on in Jacksonville, Florida. Anyway, that's is what I was tracking, and with the rappers, um, They took a 7-year-old life. It was a situation: you kill my dog, I kill your cat. You throw a rock at me, and I'm just gonna tear down your whole house and the neighbor house. So that's basically what type of gang it is. So right now they had already, it was 5 of them, and in a way they did the girl. They got her for first degree of manslaughter. So now they basically is doing the 4 guys. So basically, I was following that trial and following that, and basic, and that's what I was following. But it's another trial that has started. If I don't find it, and if I don't find it through true crime and crime scene, all that I can hook up, and you know, sorry about y'all. Yeah, there go my hair, y'all. You see it? Guess what, y'all? Some of it's hanging down here. I don't care. So anyway, those are the stories that I be covering, and also too in politics. I'm good in that. Sometimes that even give me a headache. And so anyway, let me tell you, I started if um on this here place, this here Family Dollar job, right? Y'all, I tried to behave myself. I really did. I tried to behave myself. I think so. When the first time I came, then the girl, I went there 2 times. Let me go back over the story. When I went there the first time, I played on the computer for 4 hours, and the next day, I think I played on it for 2 hours. The girl said, "Okay, I will call you when I put back up the schedule." The girl never did call. So anyway, for 4 months, I wanted my money. Every time when I went up to that store, the manager go hiding in the back. So one time I went, now I'm talking about the first time when I went there. One time I went there and I went straight to the back, knocked on the door. She said that I'm in a meeting. I said, okay then. I said I would be back. I didn't go back. Anyway, the girl told me she was been there like for about 4 years as the manager. But I look at the way how that she was dressed, and with me, y'all, majority of everything I have is black and white. You know, I got to get out there because that's most of that I wore, that I had worn in my professional. So anyway, I was dressed to the max, going up there. So I say maybe because that I was overdressed, too dressed up, but I'm a grown woman. So I say that's probably why. Child, the miss it don't care about. I call up to that corporate office, and I made them dig up my file, and they paid me for the hours that I say that I was there. I ain't bothered with them people no more. Next thing you know, about a year ago, the store started to look mine a different vibe. Okay, y'all listen to the story. This is story time. Please thumb up my video, ladies and gentlemen, and please help me with what I need. I need a cash up. What to go? D Milton D Milton 04. Anyway, if you can't do that, then most thing you can do is please just thumb up my video and share me out. Thank you. So anyway, let me tell you. So let me tell you. So I ain't bothered with them folks. Somehow or another, last year, but last year, I went in there and I asked the girl, the new manager, "Are you hiring?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm looking for a assistant manager." And I said, "Well, it won't be me." I said, "But is it okay I still put an application in a way?" She said, "Sure." I go, put in my application. Months don't pass. So okay, now we 4 months. This what happened Monday. Monday. She called me and asked me, could I come in for an interview? I said, "Who is this?" You know what the girl say? "Who is this?" I said, "Well, you called to my house. How could I help you?" I say, I'm Miss Milton. How could I help you? She go, oh yeah. She said, yeah, I've been calling up quite a few people trying to set up for an interview over here to the what it called to the Family Dollar. So meanwhile, that as you know, I've been reading and here, there, and yeah, that the Family Dollars are um going out of business. I think it's supposed to be like by May. So anyway, y'all listen to the story. So it's time. I don't know if I'm gonna do this here. I don't have my glasses. It seems like I can't see from looking. But what would I have them put it? It seems like I can't see from looking. I know it's a pair over there. Uh, Usually I have one in the bed with me somewhere. Okay, let me do the best that I can do. Right. So anyway, because it seems like that. But you know what? As I'm talking, my head after all day, my head is lighting up just a little bit. So anyway, so let me tell you, the girl said that I don't know what's the problem with my name. Why is it so hard to pronounce? Even if you say Dove, I still know who you're talking about. Okay. I think so. What it was that the girl couldn't pronounce my name. So anyway, I say, "Are you saying Dovey D?" And she go, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." So she said, "Could you come in tomorrow at 12:30 for an interview?" So anyway, yesterday Tuesday, I did a little rundown. I did in fact with this Julio trial. I gets up, I put on my jeans, and then I put on my jeans. I was ready, Freddy. I goes up there. And anyway, the girl, she takes me in the back. It was a long interview. Y'all get what? The interview probably was short, but don't y'all know that it be my nap time round back there. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at the clock. She was talking to me. I was listening to everything what that girl was saying, but I was asleep. I was asleep. And then she said that, do you got any questions? I said, no, no, I don't have no question. I said, whatever another how you want it done. I say, I'm here to please the people and do and follow orders how that you want. But y'all, I gotta think about that. The girl said this here. I need y'all to come here. She said, I've been here for a year and a half. She is right. She right. I've been here for a year and a half, and she said that y'all got to come and go with me. She said that I don't fire 14 assist 14 assistant manager because that they got the sticky hands in the drawer. I said, yeah. I said, well, okay. So I believe in it. I say, I'm saying to myself, 14. I want y'all to come and go with me somewhere. A year and a half. She was right. The store is all cleaned up. It's nice. A year and a half, she said that she don't took over that store. She is right. I remember 14 managers that you had don't fire. Something about that not right. Something about it just ain't right. Every time I go there, I always see different people around. I always see different cashier. I always will see her, so forth and so on. But I never do see the same person twice. Um, and I was thinking 14. So you basically firing like every month or so. Something about this situation just not right. Something about it's not right. This here don't make no sense for 14. Yeah, it makes sense that hey, you still, yeah, you get fired. But 14, something not right. Not all 14 managers that came in there and robbed the register. Something about this not right. I sit back and I think something's not right. See, I had my time 15 years ago of being arrested. I'm in a whole new world and a whole new state for me to do anything but anybody put any lie on me. The last lie and the first lie, a lot of lies were put on me. But the one is two that did really damage control me that wish I had to go and do my hocus pocus. I ain't playing with y'all tonight and blow them away. I ain't playing with y'all tonight. So anyway, I sit back and I think about it. A year and a half. So let's say you've been here. Let's say that you've been here 15 months, 12 months out of the year. So I'm gonna put 3 more months on you. Maybe even I put 16 months that you've been here. 14 assistant manager, 14 assistant manager that you fired for taking the money out the draw. You know what I'm y'all? I need y'all to come in here. She told me Saturday she would she said that she was still interviewing people, and she said that I would my schedule goes up on Saturday. She said that if you have because I'm interview a lot of people, she said that if I happen to uh give you the job, she said it'll be like by Saturday. And she said I call you. But y'all, as I sit here, I think so. Y'all, I think so. That's a part of one of my headaches. As I sit here and I think, I don't want that damn job. Mm-mm. I don't want that job. I don't want that job. You only been there a year and a half, 14 assistant manager. Me, I'm just going there for associate, basic putting stuff on the chair. Because you know me, I like to dress. I like to dress and I like to put on makeup. I just love being pretty all the time. Well, I'm not pretty now, but y'all know what I'm saying. I love planning and makeup and makeup and makeup. This is what I like. But something, when she called me Saturday, I can't take that job. I cannot take that job. It's too much as a turnover. Store general manager. You looking for assistant manager. I told her, she asked me what days that I can work. I said, I'm free in other days. I say, but it's 2 days that I play tribute to. I said, I can work these days. I say, but it gotta be a certain time. On Friday, I must be home by sundown. I cannot. I said on Friday, I gotta be home by sundown. I say on Saturday, I can work, but I like to work after 4 o'clock. I said that because that is my religion and I go to church. I said that even though that I have to do it from TV and my church is in Florida, but I still have to go to I said, and I won't buzz from that. So then she was saying, then she started playing the head game. So over, you trying to say that you can't work Friday? I said, I didn't say that. I said, I can work Friday. I can come in early as you want me to on Friday. But at a certain time, I have to be home. I don't care what happened. I have to be home. On Saturday, daytime, I don't move. I go to church, I don't move. I say I'm available anytime after 4 o'clock. She come back again. She repeated again. And then I come back again and I told her I can work Friday and Saturday. But only thing different is the time. I said, other than that, then this is really it's not. If I can't do that, I say, then I don't think so. I'm going to be the right one for the job. But like I telling you, I said I can work Saturday, and I can work Friday, and I can work Saturday. I say, and whatever time that store is open, that's fine. I can come in then. I say, but full sun go down on Friday. I said I have to be home. I don't want nothing else to do with the outside world. So she said, okay. Meanwhile, I come on home. I sit back and I was thinking, and I think so yesterday when I went a lie a little bit, I said, y'all, I think I got a little piece of job or something that what I was saying. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, y'all, I don't want that job. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't want it. Mm. Y'all can take this here and put it in your pocket, and y'all can get on y'all scooter and y'all can scoot away from here. Y'all don't like me saying, but you know what, General Manager, you the one that's stealing the money. It's you. You. I don't care what y'all say. It's you the one that doing it. You've been here for a year and a half. I don't give you a give and take. I don't give you 16 months. Now, y'all, I didn't tell the lady that this is us having a story time. I sit back and I listen. Like I say, I will listen to everything what she was saying, but my eyes was open. But child, I was asleep. And but she said something about with assistant manager. She said, it takes me 2 weeks to train you. I'm still listening what she said. I'm still listening what she said. Cause you know what, y'all? I can look at a situation and sometimes I gotta come back to it. And then sometimes it can give me all what I need. All what I need. I'm not interested in that job. This job seems like it is a high risk. What I mean by the high risk is that you have a big turnover and for everybody. Now, if she were to say that, oh, sometimes it'd be a call and no show, and it'll mess up my schedule. If she were to say that, then I was saying, okay. She said that she been there for a year and a half, and she said that she had on fire 14 assistant manager. Because she said that because they have sticky fingers. Now I don't steal. I have had people that stolen stuff from me. But you know what? I'm a long way from home to get caught up into anything. Anything. And Lord don't show me how people can lie and try to ruin your whole life if they cannot win. It's not gonna take you. I'm not gonna go to our 3-step program. And I always tell you, your third strike, you act out. This could be a test. You remember what that girl lied? You remember when that girl lied and said that I had a white car, looking through a child window, following her to work, following her to all that lie when y'all know good and damn well that's not me. That's not me. Anyway, whatever another is, her own goddamn lie. Thank goodness for a damn candle, and I know what the hell the damn do and how to work it. Anyway, I'm running. I'm running that bitch, y'all. Let me tell you something. When you start going and y'all, I got so many good stories to tell y'all. When you start going and meditating, the mind is the terrible thing to waste. It's power in the tongue. But in order for something to happen, you got to release it. Don't sit there and think in your mind, "Ooh, God, why would?" Don't put that on your brain. And how they say it these days is rent free. Don't put that on your brain. Speak it out and resist. Speak it and see how it works. But you got to let it go. What rub off me will stick on you. Uh-oh. Y'all ain't gonna like this type of how y'all doing. Please thumb up the video. I don't know how many I got in because y'all ain't got on my glasses. But I think so. I got 10. I'm not too sure. But you guys, please thumb up my video. Thank you. And if y'all like to support my channel, is D Milton04. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm not gonna touch first thing. I'm not gonna touch that Family Dollar job. It seemed like it's a high risk. It seemed like for to have that big type of turnover, not everybody come. It is quitting, getting fired because they stealing. Something just ain't right. She could have said that some people are calling no show. Some people was late too many times, but she hit it exactly right there. They got sticky fingers. Okay. Now they ain't got no sticky finger. Assistant manager, you the one that got the sticky fingers. hmm You the one that got the sticky fingers. Cause what don't make sense is not damn true. You've been here. Now I don't gave her a give and take of 15 to 16 months, and you don't fire 14 managers for in the draw. Manager, you want me to go to damn prison on your damn life. No, 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 little girl. I'm too damn old to be watching Bertha, Eunice, and listen to any little TT and charade them. No, no, I ain't good by taking damn orders. And I know when you behind them damn bars, you gotta listen to them young damn girls that is your granddad, your granddaughter, well, she can tell you where to go and go. No, no. Let me tell you that. Keep your dollar journal, keep your money in your till and all the stuff, and you ain't got to worry about Miss Dovey. Ain't that, ain't that I'm gonna steal a state. No, no, no. I ain't never had that issue. But I see something in you. I see something. I see something. And just because that you have said you've been here a year and a half and you don't fire 14 assistant manager for hands in the draw. General manager, that's your ass. That's your ass. You trying to set a bitch up. That's what the hell you trying to do. You trying to set a bitch up. Anyway, she told me that it was going to pay 13, I think she said 13.50, and it's every 2 weeks. I walk away from it. I walk away from it. I cannot think of putting nothing on my mind, nor with my children, anything, knowing that my children is in Florida and thinking about some kind of issue where mama got to go through some change, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and it's not true. You keep your dollar, family dollar, and you keep your money in your drawer and you deal with it. You say that you work 15 hours a day. Don't count on Dovey. You're going to be working 24 hours. Don't count on me. Don't put me on your damn schedule. Uh-uh. Little girl, because I tell you, So anyway, um, I told her I always work with the public, and I told her about years ago when I had my store, so I know about the inventory, and I understand that. But still, yeah, I don't know Dollar General stuff. And been a long time since I've been out the game. But handling it as a business and professional person, I said I can do that. Okay, it's no problem. I can count. It's no problem. But only thing that I did not like what she said. I've been here for a year and a half, and I don't uh had to fire 14 assistant manager for the same for sticky fingers. No, no. This is sound like a damn setup. hmm this is sound like like a setup. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got me. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want it. Something is going to come through. Thank you, Jesus. My head is cooling off. I don't know if I want to turn on the other light or what. So anyway, something will come my way. Okay, y'all. Let me tell you something. I need y'all to go and think with me. Think with me. Did in fact we know about energy. Hey, boo, come on in. Welcome, 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 sugar. I don't have on my glasses, so I can't see who coming in. But I see you right there with the hearts and sun. Come on in here, sugar. Come on in here, baby. Y'all gonna have to go in the kitchen and get your hot tea and your coffee. Cause Shirley ain't eat it too early. Shirley, I don't know what Shirley gonna have for us in the morning, but we gonna have to go for ourselves because really it's too early. Let me tell you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Storytime. Let me tell you something. Thank you. There, I can emo see. Okay. Reason why I'm in the dark, you guys, because I got a bad headache. That's why. But it's cooling off a little bit. I got something to tell you. This is for ladies. This is basic for us. This is basic for us, and I want you to pay attention. Fellas, I know that you're in the room, but ladies, this is basic for us. I'm telling you. Because I'm living it right now, let's say. Ladies, fellas, do not, it doesn't matter how long that you have been out of a relationship. As you know, there's a sin to be alone. hmm It's a sin to be alone. He's not happy. He don't want us to be here by ourselves. He want us to have company, companionship. Okay, let me tell you, the longest you is out of a relationship, that is the hardest, the toughest thing to trust anybody to be into a relationship. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you have Paul to come over every now and then and dust it off a little bit. No, that's different. That is different. Paul can have his place, you can have your place. Okay? But still yet, the hours that you spend together. If you ain't spending, I ain't talking about the hours where nobody can't see you and he creeping in when everything is dark and then and the neighbors. No, I'm not talking about that. That ain't nothing what I call a hit and miss and a booty call. I just want to bust one, you want to bust one. That's it. That's all that I see that. But it's not going no further than this here until till you call me back if I call you back. Other than that, they basic won't call. But okay, so let's go here. The longest you out of a relationship, it's hard for you to trust to get into a relationship with anybody. And the reason why I say that, because that the last relationship that you had is like when you was married. Like with my situation, my husband, he don't pass away since 2010. All this time here, I've been single. Okay. Yes, I do. I talk to guys. Yes, I love men. Yeah. I know it's any man that I want, I can get. Reason why I don't have no man because I don't want one. We gonna have to change this here and you gonna stand in it. When you say that I cannot be bothered with it, because that we have been alone for so long till we actually do believe in that. But don't you know that we are sinning? hmm Don't you know we are sinning? Because he ain't put us here for us to be alone. Now, let me tell you something. The longest that you be single and alone, that's to be the hardest way. And you may even die alone because them kids are not coming back. Remember now, if your kids come back, they because they mad with their boyfriend or their girlfriend and they running in just to prove their girlfriend or their wife, I got somewhere to go. I can go to my mama house. That's all right. But they ain't coming to stay. Because no way they going to pick um, Coochie over Peter. I don't want to say the D word. Anyway, no way they're gonna pick that. No way they're gonna be and look at mama. No, they not. They gonna go to that man, to their boyfriend or to their girlfriend. So when okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Make sure when pussy meet dick, that's a whole different conversation. Mama, only thing gonna do just want to run in your house and basically just tell you a little about their life whole story, and then believe me, they gonna run back out there. Now let's just talk about us. The longest that we stay by ourselves, that it is harder to get into a relationship. Cause you know why? We don't build in our own way. And then because that we haven't had no relationship, like me, have not had no relationship since my husband. Only thing that I can remember is the last man I was with was him. So it gonna have to be a big man to come in, excuse me, to fill his shoes. Ladies, since I'm talking good. So the longest that we are by ourselves, it's harder for us to meet somebody. Cause remember now, we still got into our last relationship, especially if it was a good relationship. And all relationship is good long that it lasts. And the best relationship that it is when we do what the Bible said, until death do us part. Those are the best ones. Those are the ones that have the memory lane. Those are that you cannot see nothing did in fact but you throwing shoes at him and he throwing the other shoe back at you. Cannot see any of that because guess what? You had did what expected out of you until death do you part. Now, if it have to come up to with a divorce, come on, somebody. Only thing that you can remember is all the bad thing and why y'all got a divorce. I don't care if you married and he went out there and got 3 or 4 babies on you, but still, yet you ran that race until death do you part. Only thing that you got in you is nothing but good memories. Remember now, with a divorce, only thing you got is bad memory. Why we got a divorce? What caused us to get a divorce and who? It's a lot dealing like that. That's ain't nothing. It's anger, and the anger is that now I got to start over a whole new relationship, and I don't want to go through what I went through in the last relationship, and to go then you start beating yourself up, and it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have so much guard up in you, with your guard up in you, because that you don't want to go through another divorce. But if you have did what the calling of you until death do you part, you don't have nothing else to fear. You don't have nothing to fear. You don't have nothing to fear because you never get no divorce. You never had to, it's not nothing because you ran your race. And that's where your big blessings come in at. I'm going to tell you about your blessing. Like me, I say that they're going to take a big man to fill these shoes, what my husband had filled, right? Listen to what I say. With that, the way how that I see it is that I have to, it gonna have to be a person to fill those shoes, or their shoes gotta be a little bigger in order for basic to for me to get with, because there's no way that I would back down and get something that I don't graduate from. So the level have to go up. It doesn't matter what my circumstance in my life, but still in fact with my mind. Still in fact with my mind and my maturity in my mind. It is hard. Sometimes, y'all, never say no. You never don't know which way it gonna come. Which way how your blessing gonna turn and what gonna take you to an eternity. Sometimes you may have to change color from a black man to a white man. It may be in that person there. But dealing fact, one thing about it, you not the Lord not gonna take you back something that you don't graduate from. All your trials and your tribulation is something that you didn't get. Oh, it's something that you didn't finish. You know how that you say, "Oh Lord, I ain't gonna do this here no more. I'm not gonna do this no more." And they think it come around the back door, and no, it leave from the front door and come through the window, and then you get back right there again. This same old thing come against you again. You failed. Then get what you got to start all back over, because that is the test. That's the test, and if you can ever break through that, you shall grow. You going on to something else. But we always is tested in our life. We always is test. Life ain't nothing but test and experiment. Now let me tell you, whatever that you say that, Lord, I don't care how much this temptation on me, you gonna have to break through that. Because other than that, you're gonna always repeat that same old cycle. Even if it come out a month from now, maybe a year from now, and it may look like you don't got over it, you don't got better, and things is just great. It's still yet in your mind. The mind's a terrible thing. You know what you had don't say, and you know what is your downfall. But you cannot bring it to you for you to go through this gate like that. You got to wait till you get to it. It gonna come to you. Don't try to run up to the gate because I want to break right through it. That is in God's time. You just remember your word. Okay, that's serious. You just remember what the word and the promise what you have said to him. Because it ain't nothing what he have told us that he did not do. I want to say, let me. Ain't nothing that he have said to us that he did not do or fulfill. You cannot rush. It's all done in God's time. It doesn't matter what we want. We gonna get, before we leave this here earth, we gonna get everything that it was written in the book for us to have. We just gonna get it. But guess what? It's all in his time. We always breaking through barriers in our life. Every day it's a challenge. Every day we should pull out something that would make us, what did we learn today? Even if you go down and meditate. That's why meditation it base is good for the mind. Meditation is dealing in fact with strength. When you meditate, a long time ago, folks used to say, I can tell that you're a Christian person. I can tell you, and they basically like judge you identify with your appearance, and a lot of times people can say praise God and hallelujah. Uh-uh. Because they're right here in front of our face right now. Look what the church looked like. Come on, somebody. Y'all ain't gonna like this here tonight. Look what the church looked like. Could you go to find inlay because that she wearing a big hat on her head, looked like wearing a big hat on her head. It looked like what do I call them? Um lampshade, because she wearing a big lampshade on her hat, on her head. And she wearing high heel shoes and she smelling good. You think so? That's the most holiest one, Cassandra. All the while that if you only just would know. Remember now, we all just passing through. We all just passing through. You can only get so high, but you never be above the clouds. You can only get so high, but you still won't have the peace and joy that I have. Because at a certain time in your life, like I'm gonna talk about the church folk, they got to keep up that same old persona. Do you know that they, even though what we look at, do you know they don't own nothing? They don't own nothing. Cause you remember now, the church gonna take care of them, even down to their car payment. Cause remember now, it's a job. They don't own nothing. If any insurance is put on them, they got the insurance from the church. They don't have basic they personal insurance. How that that how we do back in the days. The insurance man used to come out with like every week or every month or something collecting you. They don't have that. They don't have that. They don't have no personal insurance. Then in case they were to die today, or what will happen to their family, they don't have that. What I mean, they don't have it. They have not taken it out on base it on themselves. They left it all left up to the church. They not covering their wife. Then in case they work that, no, the church basically is going to break that wife off, or basically give her a little payment every month. They don't have burial insurance, special big policy on them. It doesn't matter, even a policy period on them. They don't. They leave that all that. I'm trying to tell you something. They leave all that in the church end because guess what? They not gonna be there. They did. They ain't paying for nothing. Mm, I'm telling you, some pastors and the lady of the church. No, they don't. The church does. The church have all that. Church, even down to where they stay at, where they living. They don't own nothing. They don't own nothing. And on pretty gowns, what they wear, baby, a lot of those it just came out of consignment store, and they are basic is rented out. They don't own that. They don't have no. They not like uh yeah. We are better than them. We are better than them. Cause guess what? We can walk out our front door without no shoes on. We can go to the mall. We can go on it, but they have to keep up this same old persona that dress up and ready to go. Dress up, dress up, dress up. That's why as you see a lot of the church people, that's the only thing they do is just dress up. But in they out, let me tell you, my aunt, God bless dear. She she got buried the day the Saturday. Easter was Sunday. She got buried Saturday, day before Easter. My aunt died had clothes, clothes, clothes. They had so much clothes that they had clothes all in the living room. And back then they used to have like this plastic that they put on top of the clothes. You know, like when you come in um from the dry cleaner and they put a plastic on it. That's how it was. My aunt died, and then hats was everywhere. They start from Sunday getting ready to see what the biggest lampshade they gonna wear on their head for the following Sunday. And meanwhile, they still going to church 2 or 3 times a week. All right. A lot of time, let me tell you something. Them going to church 2 and 3 times a week, Bible study, no. If they got a husband, they basically just go and deal in fact with their husband. Hmm. And then on Sunday, that is the biggest fashion show. Mhm. Sunday is the big fashion show. But during the week, they basically going because they, oh, I got a husband. Sunday is the fashion show. Let me tell you about my aunt. Church would get out, let's say 2 or 3 o'clock. Church don't start back at 6 o'clock. And then how it was like the church is like 45 minutes away. They would get home, have dinner, change your clothes. They don't even take no Sunday nap. They getting ready to go back to church again with another big old lampshade on their head. Remember now, when they going through the week, choir rehearsal, Bible study, they don't even have to be on the board. But if their husband playing a part in that church, they gonna be there somewhere around. They gonna be somewhere around that church. Even though to the men meeting, they coming. Cause guess what? They like the other sisters in the church. And they husband plays part. Y'all, please thumb up. Get my daddy. Get my lights up, please. They like the other sisters in the church. They want to sit around and they'll just talk while the board meeting, while the guys over there having the board meeting. So they basically just come to church, just looking just a little casual, just looking a little casual. This is basically what they does. My aunt church was the same way. My church people got the most junkiest out. Church people closets fall down. Church people have like how my aunt and them, I don't know how they did it, but it was something like a rope or something. They had on clothes right there, clothes here, clothes there. All by during the week, they would go from one consignment store to another consignment store or thrift store, getting ready for Sunday. Same old stuff, getting ready, and who wearing the highest shoes. Church people do not, they do know how to be normal. They do know how to be normal. They don't want to be normal. They want you to sit up and sit up this road. If you get up and they try to sit in your way, like, you guys, come on, get the lights up. They want to sit in your way that if you were to get a guy from out of the church, this is what you have right here. All while deep down inside of them, they are lonely. Lonely, but in love. Lonely. Because you know what? Because the same way, the biggest divorce, the most children and the biggest divorce is basically right there in the church. Usually when dealing fact with church folks, usually when they start messing around, it's always messing around with somebody in the church. They ain't gonna go to another church and mess around with a sister in another church because they're gonna get back to this church over here that they belongs to. It always somebody is in the church. And you know how they with church, the church cannot make y'all stay together. They can't pick and choose who you love. They don't. Let me tell you about my auntie. You guys, I think I got 20 in here. Y'all, come on, get up. Like, don't hate me so bad. You like this support me, trying to put me what I am. What is me? D Milton 04. Come on, show me some love. I don't ask so much from y'all. I don't even compare y'all saying, oh, y'all get the men more money, y'all get my no, I ain't gonna say that. Or you give this person more money you give me. No, I ain't gonna say that. Only thing I want you just to like my video. Thank you. Okay, now look, let me tell you about my aunt. Always had no wonder. Y'all, that's the flash and dinner fact with the TV. I always had no wonder. I remember when I was a little girl, I thought I saw my aunt was going with this man right here. Then all of a sudden I remember my aunt dancing and shaking it down. All of a sudden one day my aunt comes to my mama house. She sang, saved and sanctified. Now she with this guy here, but when you was with the guy, so basically I watched all that ass when I was a little girl. The church door couldn't open. My aunt was in it. They were so much in the church that they would go, y'all, I can't make this a story. That they, if a woman in the church don't have no baby, and if it be a woman in the church that got too many babies, they would they play a part of the lady, the one in the church that can't have no children. They would play a part with one of the ladies that got a lot of kids that would give her that baby, the next baby. And then after that, the lady give one of the sister a baby in the church, right? After that, she does that. Then the lady that had the baby, she go back off and still have other kids, but she'll have all these kids. But right then, one of the kids is a missing spot because that they don't gave it to another woman in the church, and they all sit around and just talk about, oh, look, and then the lady that gave her the baby, she said it's nothing. It's all in the church. Yeah, this is in a black church. This is in a black church. I saw it did. Then one of my aunts, I have I have four aunts that have one child. One of my aunts, she had one child and she had only a boy. Next thing you know, she had brought this let's just come on. She had brought, I don't know what's this. Oh, my phone is cold. She had brought this little girl around. So we was all happy. Oh, and Rita got a little girl now. And Rita got a little girl now. The little girl had to be 3. Yes, she was 3 years old. My aunt, everything didn't fight with the little girl. This was another church hookup thing. My aunt, the one that had the one boy, she it was like babies like was coming, you know, babies coming through the family. And everybody was a cousin. Y'all, I'm telling you my story, and please let me tell my story. It was like that. Everybody, cousins. Okay. Uh, this little girl, she was 3 years old. My aunt had her, and the mother, I don't care. The mother was named Rachel. That my aunt had her, and the little girl was 3 years old. The little girl at 3 years old went in the bathroom and took a tampon and put it up in her. 3 years old. The little girl was in the bathroom, and the little girl had her back, had her back against the door. You know how like you won't let nobody in the bathroom, so you send in, you put you like you know how it is, like you pressing against the bathroom. So the little girl went in the bathroom. I don't think so that I think so. She was potty trained, but somehow or another, that it was something. Yeah, she was potty trained. She was 3 years old. We were so happy because my aunt had a little girl. She was adopting the little girl. You know, my aunt, they were trying to open the door. It's just a little girl. And when they went into the bathroom, the little girl had popped off the back then those days, it was used to be like a cardboard. So some of you ladies, it was long before this plastic stuff started going. They used to have I can't remember. But I do know that it had said Kotak on it. Anyway, the little girl had took that and she basically like put it up in her. So when my aunt did when they got in the and back then that time that mean like at nighttime, the grown people used to come out and they used to sit on the front porch and they'll tell you, "Oh, bring me that spray can," and the spray can used to go, you know. And then sometimes they used to like have like take a shirt and they'll take like a shirt and they'll like just burn it on the sidewalk and all the kids are inside and all the grown people basically would sit outside and talk. So anyway, the little girl had took 3 years old. I do remember three. I can't remember her name, but I know the mom was named Rachel, but I can't remember the little girl name. She took the tampon, the one with the wooden thing, and she put it up in her JJ. Um, my aunt then brought my aunt, not my aunt, but my aunt. You know how the ladies sitting out on the pool or out on the front porch late night because all the kids in the house. Um, got her, and I'm gonna say this here. They took the little girl back, and my aunt said that I heard my aunt talking to my mama. Cause you don't supposed to be listening. Y'all remember how it was? You don't supposed to be listening to grown folks and looking in their mouth. They'll hit you in the mouth. Stop looking in my mouth. So anyway, they took the little girl and gave her back to the lady. They took her somewhere and gave her back. As time goes on, the years are growing up, right? I know. I remember, and I see her now, based it on Facebook, and I say to myself, I don't. She wouldn't even. I won't think so. She even me and her caught eye to eye contact as an adult years ago, and I go on Facebook and I still do see her, and I remember her. Yeah, I know about you, you 3-year old tampon wearer. But anyway, definitely didn't fact that. But anyway, in the church, they had let's go back to the lady in the church. The lady in the church, every time you turn around, she was pregnant. But in between this pregnant part, it always one child was missing. That one child where they had gave it over to another lady. Well, you know how it is. She adopted the child from the lady, but the lady still was having babies. Okay. That's all basic in church. When you go in those church, especially like the mega church, they always related. Everybody wants to get there in the family way. Everybody wants to get in there in the family way. Everybody wants to be basic where the husband at. They want to be there also. Now, if you didn't know, Marvin Sapp, he got married. Was this last year? You remember he was the one saying, "Close the door, hold the door, and lock the door. Don't let him out." Him. Let me tell you what he did. His wife got up and said she spoke out of order, which that he was trying to make an apology for her. She got up there. She got a mouth. She got a mouth like Bryant, Jamal Bryant. wife, not Giselle, but the one he with now. She got a mouth like her. One of these, I tell you, like she got one of them mouth like that's what she got. She got up there and said that okay, they got married, beautiful wedding, doves, and all this type of stuff here that they had. Okay, that's just fine. She said that, oh yeah, I hear that you talking about that because that I came to my wedding in a helicopter. That was the helicopter. That was my helicopter. The church ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? This is basic what she started saying already right there in front of the camera in a defensive mode because the evil basically was bothering her because that what's don't make sense is not true. You marry him, you got him. Why you need to come out and be a part of the streets? So she came out and she was letting everybody know that. Yeah, I hear y'all, even out there to social media. I hear y'all talking about that. Did in fact that how my wedding was, and no, it wasn't the church money. Come on, that's a problem. That's a problem. When that Sap and O'Brien or Jamal, they in the same basket. The old ladies there is ain't nothing but think it like I'm talking about like my aunt church and my aunt, nothing but a fashion show. Studs are inside, they are broken. They are broken. They they always on guard. Don't know dealing with what social media say. And they still saying that they not worried about what the church certain what the out people say. Yes, you should worry about what people say. You should worry about what people say. Because a lot of things what people say ain't true. So and you not human if you said that this here doesn't bother you what the streets are saying. Even down to Jesus Christ. The Bible will tell you all what he said about him. What makes you think that you different than what Christ, what they don't say of Christ, but you sit here and you try to sit here and try to say, trying to appease to the public. Oh, that was the helicopter eyeball. Nobody not caring about dealing fact with your helicopter. Is it in your driveway? Is it in your driveway? And if it was, you look mighty damn stupid. If that's how you go from place to place in a helicopter. They believe me, they are getting us there. China is getting us there, but it haven't made it here yet. Those women are broken. They are broken. They are broken in the inside. Don't let that. And then when you see them in that church, you got to be. They try to put on a persona that it's always they family in the church. Oh, he married to her. That's her grandbaby. You don't know. They just damn lying. It ain't no blood nowhere. It's just all just a come along, get along game. That's all that is. Sit there and talk about each other right there in front of their face. Then go back and oh sister, you look so good. All that fake and all that damn stinking sweet ass goddamn perfume that they could just come across. All that sweet stinking ass perfume that they be wearing. When every last one of them is sitting home burning damn candles and seeing the voodoo worker on the side. I'm trying to tell you something. Because they fighting against everybody. They don't know who coming in church Sunday that got a nice figure and fat leg. Because church people, church guys, they love fat legs. They love fat legs. Now, they are broken. Broken. And you can't tell me as human being, you say that, oh, I don't care what people say of me. Yes, I do care. I care if people say that saying around here that I'm a serial, I don't murk somebody or putting out the SA word on me. That I do care. So when somebody tell you that they don't care, yes the hell they do care, because behind your back they trying to really do go around, see, look at everything to see what the people is saying. When they do see what they are saying, they child ain't worried about that. They try this stuff and you because that you had cared. You cared until you went till you find out exactly what it's about. Then you like, child, I ain't gonna cause you cared, cause you did your investigating. Like, why they gonna say this? Let me see if that true. Child, I ain't care about child. Those people don't even bother me. I don't care. You telling a lie, but you did your investigation about it before you can even respond to it. Once that we hear something, we try to investigate, especially if it's about us. Only time we don't investigate when we hear something and when they talking about someone else. That's when we don't do no investigation about it. But when they talking about us, we go and sit behind every crack and corner to see what they say. What's it? Child, I don't heard that before. That's oh, I don't care what they say. Because you're not human if you don't care. You got to know if somebody's saying around here that you don't did something really, took advantage of somebody. Yes, you do want to know because you want to stop it. So any one of them that telling you that no, I don't care. Yes, the hell I do care what people say. Yes, I do care. I'm not human if I don't care. I care a whole deal about what they say. Because I be damn you go around and spread all these rumors and lie and mess up my reputation. So don't say that you don't care. Okay. Those people, them church folk, even that the church basic is taking care of them, but they in their personal life with their personal credit card. Hey, boo, thank you for coming in. They personal credit card. They over debt. They in so much finance. They in so much finance situation, but they know when they leave, it gonna be on the spouse, or they be on their spouse end, cause they do not have no personal life insurance on themselves. That honey, that this we gonna take a colonial life, and we gonna get some insurance on ourselves if something happened to me. They got that in somebody else in. They got that in somebody. Hell, I be dead and gone. And you know what? My father-in-law had said. Pop was Pop was he was sick. He was basically deteriorating away. And we was down in Brooklyn walking, going down Flatbush because we was shopping, right? We was going over there. So my husband was talking to Pops, and he was telling Pops about that. Pop, you got all your affairs in order and all this thing, with Pop, right? Pop said basically that Pop was on his way out. But Pop, I was pregnant, and Pop wanted to buy me some maternity clothes. That's how we had wind up down there. Pop had said, no, he ain't got no insurance. He don't care. You can throw him aside of, but he said that no, he ain't got no insurance. You can take and throw him aside of the building. He said that he not gonna be there anyway. That's what Pop said. When Pop died, let me tell you something, people. Get your affairs in order. Make sure you have the funeral home. Make sure you have your dress. Even if you have to take the funeral home, your dress. Make sure that you got your program, everything. Only thing that you need when you get ready to pass on, and make sure you pay for your own funeral. And this is the budget. Pay for this and then give that over to the funeral home man. Even do your program how you want it to be done. Only thing should happen is that they just need to add on. If somebody had a baby, add on. Other than that, make out all that. Do all that yourself. Because I'm going to tell you the truth here, people. Oh, my God. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you don't get your affairs in order, it doesn't matter what your kids have. Do you think so? Now, my family, basic Jamaican. Y'all, those that been with here, I haven't told this story in a long time. If you gonna think so, you gonna die and leave it in your kids' hand. No. And the reason why I say that because I saw what happened to my father-in-law. Okay, this is what happened to him. My we was in Florida, and Pop passed away. Now remember that Pop passed away up there in Brooklyn, New York. I didn't have no idea up there in New York they would pull a fast one on the funeral home people, the undertaker. I didn't know that. Only thing that I do know that they had called down to Florida and told the sisters up in New York told the funeral home man that they brother in Florida got the policy. So that mean that it was my husband. Okay, we get ready and we goes up there to the funeral. Getting ready. The funeral, okay, I don't cut out a whole lot in the story, but I'm gonna tell you that. Let me get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Y'all, I can't make this here stuff up. They should make a movie about this here shit here. Let me tell you something. My father-in-law had on died. The undertaker called to the house and he asked my husband when he would be in. My husband said that we'll be in there on Thursday because the funeral is Saturday. So the undertaker said, okay. My husband did not know what they had done told his sister and all them other uh, fraudulent people what they had done told the funeral home guy. They told the funeral home guy that my husband had the policy. And when he get here, he's going to give him the policy. We had got there. We made it in there Friday morning. We made it there at 10 o'clock. Okay. My sister-in-law and my husband, they had went over to the church to handle some situation over to the church. All right. And they went to get some beer because they were drinking. Jermaine, they were partying. So somehow or another, the viewing of the body supposed to be at 6 o'clock. The people supposed, and then it supposed to be over at 8 o'clock. The people, the car, I would say the funeral home car, how we do in Florida, it comes by and it pick up the family. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be there at 5 o'clock. Everybody around the house getting ready to get into the car, waiting on for the funeral home people. All right. Still yet, my husband still don't know what they had don't told the people. But me and my husband do know that Pop ain't have no insurance. So we just hold it right there. Hold it right there. The funeral home people had said they didn't, so they supposed to came at 5 o'clock. No funeral home car. 5:30, no funeral home car. Got all the way around to 7 o'clock in the evening. Still no funeral home car. And the church was closing at 8 o'clock. As y'all won't believe this here. Jesus Christ. 10 after 7 that evening. That's when they damn crazy ass realized that the funeral home car wasn't coming for him, that the funeral home guy went and took the body and sat it up in the church. When they realized that, I think it was like 7:10, we jumped in the car, go all to the church. Y'all don't laugh. Here go Pop, laying right there, big old cathedral church, big church. There go Pop, laying right there at the altar by himself. The casket was open. Y'all, it was cold. It was cold. Y'all, I cannot make this up. That's when I first time I seen what they call flurry, but it was cold. I thought it was snow. They said no, that's just flurry. So let me tell you, we all y'all, hello everybody, come in. I can't see y'all because I don't have on my glasses, but I think I just saw somebody just come in. Okay, come through, y'all. Let me tell you, we made it to the church, y'all. Y'all, y'all have to get me some medical help. When we got in the car, we made it to the church at 7:45. And we made it to the church. Big old beautiful church. All the lights on in the church. A little music was playing from somewhere out of organ. I'm serious. We all ran in there to the church, and Pop was down there at the altar by himself, just laying there, sitting there. People was coming out of the church. They were homeless people. They just came in church to see who was there. I said to my husband, I said, "Do you know them?" He said, I mean, they came in there, a lady with, like a one of them little shopping cart thing, just came over there just to look, just to see in there, just look. And they say, uh, somehow or another in the back, like, let's say like way back there in the back of the church, the lights started on because they was closing it. Them damn people. So, oh my God. Whatever another, how they had it was that, how in my mind, that they were closing down the body at 8 o'clock. He made it there about 7:45. Y'all, I never seen something happen so damn fast. We got there in the church. I went up and looked at Pop, and everybody else came looking. We sat there, just sat there in the church. My brother-in-law, he had caught the train or whatever, another how they do it. This he had met us there. Meanwhile, while he met us there, he crossed the street from there. While I'm sitting there, we just had a few minutes. Daddy is dead. Seem like to me they should be like laying over the casket. Oh, daddy, So okay, that part that was embarrassing. My husband and his brother go across the street to the bar, brought back some liquor and stuff, drinking red scrap and some Heineken. Talking about they wait, what they saying that they waiting on for us to come out to church. What? Meanwhile, people are coming in there. They just coming in just looking to see who's in the cabinet. So I didn't know that it was very important for somebody to stay there in the church. Because at the funeral home people, they brought the body to the church and they dropped it just like that. Not dropped it, but left it just like that. If family was there or not, it was open. The church door was open. Who anybody come. I didn't have no idea. Y'all, please get me some help. I didn't have no idea that the people would take the people in New York would take the clothes off the dead people. I didn't know that. They would take the shoes. They would, and I didn't know then that I thought so in the casket that basically they didn't need. on no shoes. But no, they have to be fully dressed. So anyway, um, they started telling me basically what was going on. Say no, somebody stay in the church because that them people would take Pop's shoes off and would take his clothes off. And sometimes they would trying to get his clothes or his belt off or whatever, and they'll turn his body in the casket. Anyway, y'all, the church was so cold, man. I mean, don't forget now these flurries was outside dropping. My husband and my brother-in-law, they go across the street to the liquor store. And then while they was in the liquor store, somewhere by the liquor store, it was a bar. They went there and had something to drink. Meanwhile, I know these people, but I'm really not close up on it because this is the other part. Up in the other part, people came from Connecticut. Just y'all listen to the story. All of a sudden, way back in the church back there, you can see the lights start cutting off. Clink, 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 clink. They left on the lights, like like on the side of, like the lights, like on the side of the wall. Guess what they were doing? They was closing the church. Nobody didn't come out there and tell us nothing. The music stopped. I think we supposed to be crying. That was the viewing. Let me tell you. Oh Lord Jesus. Here we go. Wasn't gone for long. Wasn't gone for long. We wind up, we go back to the mother house where everybody at. The mother did not go to the viewing. So okay. No, she was dressed up to go to the viewing, but because of the family car did not show up, so she didn't. So basically, it was late, and with her, real old. So anyway, so basically, all those young ones that can move fast, we all went. Okay, let my mother-in-law stay home with her nurse's aide. The next day come, so all night long, they was drinking and they basically was talking. My husband talking to his sister and then his other kids. So okay, they're just fine. The next day comes. So we had went, Pop had a place. My niece was living there in Pop's apartment. Cause Pop and my mother-in-law, they were separated. All right. So they went over, it was like about five of us. We went over to Pop's house and we stayed over there. Y'all, the funeral was at 10 o'clock in the morning. That makes us get up at 7, 8 o'clock. Hey, we got to get over there because here we go again with this damn family car shit. So this shit was back like in what yeah, okay, this here was like 90 or 91. That's when the Toyota Prairie van came out. Okay, that's the first model. So we had one. So anyway, we goes there to the house. It was cold. Me and my husband then get out the van. We just stayed in the van and while everybody get lined up. Okay, what had happened? The It was the hearse, two family cars, and our van, and a lot of other cars that was behind us. All right, now wait a minute, hold up a second. Let me see how it go. Yeah, that's what happened. So meanwhile, this what happened now. The When the man got there, it was taking them a long time because church started. It was flurry, snowing or something. Anyway, it starts at 9 o'clock. No, no, we were lining up at 9 and it was starting at 10. Okay. All of a sudden the hearse was up there. We all lined up. They putting everybody in the family cars and everything. And we didn't get in the family car. We drove our van, right? All of a sudden, why is the hearse is not leaving? The hearse said it waiting on for some money. The hearse said, we don't talk about the hearse, I'm talking about the director said that he needs some money. Okay. And he was looking for the oldest son, the one that was coming from Florida. My husband ain't know what my husband said. I ain't tell you, you asked me when I'm coming in. He said, I ain't tell you I had some money for you. Whatever another how it was, they gave the man a check. We went over to the church. Y'all, I swear, I can't make this up. Pop was getting buried in New Jersey. They always wanted to get out of New York. So they took him next door to New Jersey, to the graveyard in New Jersey. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is what they have did. Y'all, please thumb up my video. They had the service, y'all. Service for all that commotion. We got on in there. They got up there. My husband had read out a poem. Somebody sang a song. And Pop must have a whole lot of friends. Because there ain't nobody was in the church but just family. Nobody wasn't in the church, just family. Here we go. After that had no happen, we gets in the van, get all loaded up. The man, now we got to get to the we got to go to through the New Jersey Turnpike, and that graveyard is closing at the cemetery. They closing at 12 o'clock. Let me tell you what had happened, y'all. Y'all get your business in order. Don't let your children do a damn thing for you, because you're gonna wind up the same way how it was with Pop. Let me tell you, my husband is a big timer. Coca-Cola. His sister is a nurse. All of them got money, but they ain't gonna take the money out their pocket. They ain't gonna do that. All right. So anyway, as we move on, we all in the car, just ready. The the man would not take the body out the church. He wouldn't take the body out the church. So anyway, they told the man, they gave the man a check. So somehow or another, on Saturday, the bank is open. The check that they gave the man took the hearse with all the flowers, the two family car, the van, my van, and 5 or 6 or 8, 9, 10 other cars behind us. He took us all to the bank. That check there was some good, because my sister-in-law had done gave him that check there. Okay, the man took us. He said that he need more money. I never did know how much Pop's funeral had cost. I never did know. Anyway, we had to ride on another part of Brooklyn to the niece house while she give the man a check. Gave the man a check. Okay. We don't been stopped 3 times so far trying to get Pop in the ground. Me and my husband and my sister-in-law, we all from Florida, right? We were laughing because we know what they were pulling on the funeral home man. And that, Lord Jesus forgive me. And my mother-in-law was in on it. She was in a wheelchair and had this scarf and all this stuff all wrapped around her. I'm gonna see this movie again. Hold on a second. Had the scarf and everything wrapped around her neck. And so I'm going, hold on a second, you got play from the beginning. I'm play this back from the beginning. So, okay, let's go. So my mother-in-law, she had this scarf all wrapped around her neck and all this type of stuff, looking like she a Eskimo in the wheelchair, acting all innocent and everything. All the while that she was up on them pulling it on the funeral home man. Y'all, The funeral home man found out the check wasn't no good. Okay, we on our way. Somehow or another, he was able to call to the bank. So okay, we instead of we catching New Jersey Turnpike, that funeral home man, y'all, took us back to the mama house. He he took us back to the mom. Remember now, he wouldn't bring the body out to church. My sister-in-law that was in the van with us from Florida, she gave him a check. So he took the body out to church. Among all these cars, he took the body out to church, but he took us, he took the hearse, the two family car, my van, and 5 or 6 other cars. He took us directly to the bank. He went in the bank, cashed the check to make sure the check is some good. Okay, now we ready. We saw around down the road. Next thing you know, my husband say, that ain't the way to the turnpike. They way up there in the family car. They up front talking to the doing everything with the undertaker man. All of a sudden, y'all, the undertaker man took us by the niece house. She went in the house and got a check. She gave it to him. All right. Okay, he happy now. We going, here we go, New Jersey. We just going down the road. We going to Berry Pop. So y'all, we make it. We ride now. We the two big old limousine family cars, my van, the hearse with all the flowers and everything. Y'all, we make it to the New Jersey Turnpike. Y'all, you won't believe what happened. The damn hearse had broke down at the New Jersey Turnpike. They had to get this here car, this big old like a tow truck. They got like a iron piece in the front of to push the tow truck out the way, to push the hearse out the way for all the cars to keep going. So they took the hearse. Remember now, uh, 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 they took the hearse. They pushed the hearse on the side of the road. So that let us be there with two limousine, the hearse, two limousine, all these cars, all us on New Jersey Turnpike on the side of the road because the hearse don't broke down. Remember now that girl gave him a check. Remember when we went around there to the niece house? She gave him a check. So the funeral home driver called the funeral home man and told the funeral home man about the hearse that done broke down. Okay, here we go. It was my husband them they had beer and all that in the truck in the van with us, right? And everybody in the van, they just drinking, right? We riding, we just waiting, cause we can't go nowhere because we don't know where the graveyard at. We just got to wait till they come out. So the funeral home man had sent a tow truck. The tow truck had the hearse up in the air with the flower hearse and all. They went to the they had went to the shop, to the auto mechanic to fix the hearse. We still on the side of the road. Meanwhile, the hearse is on the tow truck with pop, flower casted and all. They gone over there to the mechanic. Y'all, we sitting on the side of the road, and my sister-in-law, the one that and was passing around the check, she was communicating with the hearse, with the funeral home director. Y'all, we signed on. We know we got to get in there before 12 o'clock, cause that the gate is gonna close. Y'all, we was on the side of the road about for an hour or two, but somehow or another, the funeral home director had to relate to the graveyard, to the people at the cemetery, and let them know it break down that day on the way. So they stay open a little bit longer than to close at 12 o'clock. Y'all, when they got the car working, it was like after 2 o'clock. Y'all remember back in the days? Jesus, my God. Y'all remember back in the day, Batman and Robin. You remember that big old black car that Batman had? Anyway, we was on the side of the road, right? Waiting on for to hear from the funeral home director, like, hey, what you gonna do? What it gonna be like, right? We had seen we had seen uh 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 that hearse. We was going in my mind, we was going east. We was going east, and the hearse had got fixed. It was going west towards the New Jersey Turnpike. They had done gave that damn man another check. So what they did was they went. Then my sister-in-law, she got smart. She called to the graveyard and told them that we was on the way. Y'all won't believe this is shit. Over there, we headed east. All of a sudden, we seen something look like Batman. It looked like Batman and Robin. That car they went. It was that damn gray ass hearse. Boy, that damn gray hearse. Pop was in that hearse. That gray hearse ain't had nothing but black damn smoke. Something that you see out of y'all remember Animal House? That's how it was. Boy, it was nothing but but that damn that damn hearse was on nothing but the damn rims. Only thing you can see is damn spark because it had don't got a flat tire. But it going the other way. Now the hearse don't been fixed. We've been on the side of the road about for 2 hours. The hearse don't been fixed. So this is what they did. They said, let's go to the graveyard. They go, so the man said he'll let the graveyard stay, but I don't know, about 3 o'clock. Meanwhile, and we going on to the graveyard, the hearse come the opposite direction. A lot of smoke. I mean, it was y'all. This ain't. I think I told y'all about this before. With a lot of smoke, here come that damn, and it had a flat tire. Boy, here come that damn hearse wide open, vroom, and we went vroom the other way. We went to the graveyard. So, other word, the hearse broke down then, like with a flat tire, but it was trying to catch. They had no gave that man a damn check. The man found out the check wasn't no damn good. He's sitting around there with three damn bad checks. We went to the graveyard. Went, boy, them y'all, I'm telling them damn Jamaicans. Oh my damn God. They go, somebody else had a funeral that day. They go, Pop had all his flowers in the casket where he was at in that hearse. Somebody had a funeral early. Guess what them goddamn ragged ass Jamaicans did? They went over there, took the stand, one of the heart, and they brought that stand over there. No, no, hold up, back it up. When we got there, the people did not dig no hole to put Pop in there. Guess what happened? They gave that man a check. The man found out the check. That now we at the cemetery. Remember now, the hearse is trying to catch us. So now we at the cemetery. My here you go again, lose damn check. My sister-in-law going in and get the man a check. The man sent out another man that was sitting in the office with him with a big tractor. Y'all, I swear I cannot make this up. The man went and dig the hole right there in front of us. dig the hole right there in front of us. We had to move out the tractor way because we don't. They already know what spot where she where Pop supposed to be at. All of them. Here come this big old um one of these here tractors that get dirt up. Came from around the building. We standing there. The man started digging the hole. Then he backed the tractor back. Them crazy ass damn Jamaicans went to them people grave that had a grave, brought they reef over there, sat that what like sat that like if the casket was there, they sat it right down in the dirt. Then they went, y'all, I cannot make this up. Then they went and got some roses, still from that same, and all of them said, "Oh, Dad, I'm gonna miss you. I love you, Dad." And they throwed it in the hole. It wasn't no casket in there. Remember now, that man is running after them. He running after them about with that casket, about that money. Okay, you won't believe this, sir, y'all. I swear. By the time it was this here was Pop ain't want to get in that ground for nothing. Y'all, after all day long with that damn check business and everything. Okay, now the funeral is over. Now we don't did it. Don't now only thing they gotta do is when they bring back the casket, they just put the casket in the hole because the family don't go on. Cover up and that's it. Y'all won't believe what happened. Child, when we made it back to Brooklyn, went over there to the mama house. Guess who was there for our ass? That goddamn funeral home man in that goddamn body again. That funeral home man started taking out the body, flowers, and all that to leave it right there on my mother-in-law front door. She's sitting there like she didn't know what's going on. Oh my God. Me and my husband, we stayed in. No, we had no got out. We don't got out. When we turned the corner, the hearse was there, but they were waiting on for the director. The director came inside my mother-in-law house with a firearm to was gonna lay us all out till he get his money. I swear, my husband didn't move and I didn't move. We didn't have nothing to do with them. We from Florida. We don't have nothing to do with that. They start pulling out. I'm serious, y'all. They start pulling out the people that basically like came to the funeral. They start pulling out money for that man not to take their life. Get in fact with all them checks what they gave that man. The man, now the man is stuck with the body. The man is stuck with the body now until Tuesday morning. He is stuck with the body because it was Saturday evening. The funeral home don't close, the graveyard don't close. It ain't open up on Saturday and it don't open up on Monday. So now the man is stuck with the body. Y'all, you talking about embarrassing? Lord have mercy. I never seen no mess like that. And guess what? They sat there without a care in the world. So meanwhile, I'm still confused, right? I'm still confused, but it was so damn funny. It wasn't funny then, but since that I makes a whole lot of jokes out of it. But this is what happened. When we left New York, Pop still wasn't buried. That man started calling back to Florida. My husband told him again, I ain't promised you no money. You saw me. I ain't from them. He said that was them. I didn't have no punch. He said, my mama, his mother, they didn't want to have it. He said, I don't have nothing to do with it. He said, I just came up there with me and my wife to see my dad funeral. He said, I ain't tell you anything. Anyway, they pulled that And my husband told me, said, yes, the funeral home guy, he was right about how he handled it with Pop, to not to bury Pop with all them checks, because they had to wait till Monday too, didn't fact, with those checks. My husband said, yeah, because New York is known by pulling that with the undertaker. They will even have him to cremate a body. They won't even go and pick it up. They will actually leave the body at the grave, or they'll leave it at the hospital. And my husband said that they are known. So as we move, as we were driving around New York, y'all, it'll be like two stores. And if there's a space in between that store, you can see uh uh not casket, but like the rock that they put the casket over here. You can see that all on side, them all them between in between stores. And my husband, I see, look at that casket. My husband did tell me what it was. He said, no, the casket inside. He said that the undertaker will do that. They will throw them bodies anywhere, especially when the family don't pull the fastener on them about with their money. And they had, like it'd be that big rock that they put in the ground. Then they put the castle. You should see those rocks in between building. My husband said that no, the undertaker them, they pay somebody to find somewhere just to go and through it, because they don't been got say that the undertaker was right about jacking up the family about his money, because he said that yeah, they was pulling it on him. And the man came back. That their body right now today, we never know if Pop got into that, even down to the reason why that the graveyard, the grave wasn't dig, because guess what? They knew what they were gonna do. They supposed to pay that man early part of the week. They kept playing around saying something about, oh, my brother's coming from Florida. My brother's coming from Florida. That's why them people ain't dig that hole yet. Them people did that hole when we made it there. And when we left, they went to somebody else's grave called Pop Grave. Pop flowers inside with the casket with him in that hearse. That there, it was the longest worn out day. I never seen nothing like that. So make a long story short, people, take care of your business. Cause you leave it up to your damn kids, your ass gonna wind up like Pop, throw some damn well. We ain't heard no more. We don't even know if that man put him in the ground or nothing. We don't know anything. Only thing we do know that they owed that man some money, and they had them gave them a whole lot of check, and every check was bad except the one that my sister-in-law gave him. But the man took all of us to the bank. He didn't care how many cars that was behind us. He didn't care. Everybody was going to the bank to see what that check in it good. He wouldn't take it. He went that night, that Friday night, he wouldn't move it out the church. He said that the church is very cold. It can stand the church cold. Left it just like that. They turned off the church lights. We saw how we got out there because they had like the lights on the wall. That's how we got out the church. The lights started in the back. When they said that at 8 o'clock, it started going off at 8 o'clock. We had just got there about 7:45 or 7:40. I never seen a embarrassing thing. I mean, oh my God, I could not believe it. So now I had started, and we started driving. I said, wait a minute, look at this. And my husband said, yeah, they would do that. Said that the undertaker, he was right by not I would say burying Pop, because that they was planning on the pull, they was pulling it with that man with them checks. My sister-in-law, we took her to the airport. She and her husband got on the plane and left, and we hit the interstate and got the hell out of New York. Cause that we knew that man wasn't playing when he come back. He already had them came with the gun when we had done. got back there from. They say, where's that hearse going? What's now? Same old Pop and them hearse and them flower was in that damn truck. He came back to see the mama and the one that was giving him the check, but he couldn't check on them check then because it was too dark. It was, we did not, when that man left, we ran straight to Pop house. Me and my husband, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law is five, but we ran straight to Pop house, got all our stuff out of Pop's apartment, loaded up in the van, took my sister-in-law over there to the airport, and we hit the interstate, and when we got tired, we had got a hotel. That's what we had no state. Got the hell out of New York because we knew that man was coming. We knew he was coming back. But my husband said, yeah, the man was right. That they was putting a fastening on him. And guess what? And Pop didn't give a damn. Because when he realized, Pop said, hell no, he ain't got no insurance. Pop said that he don't care, he don't care what you do with him. Pop said, I'm not going to be there. You can throw me against the wall. I don't care. I won't be there. You see? So anyway, that's the part I want to tell you did in fact with the funeral. Let me tell you about this. I had to call up one of my friends Tuesday night. I don't know if I had told you guys about this. When I was in, before I left Florida, the apartment that I was in, okay, the apartment that I was in, I had my grandbaby. And I told y'all that I was looking at the stairs, right? And I kept watching those stairs. And I told y'all that a man came up the stairs, right? He came in the room where I was at. When he came in the room where I was at, he had went straight to the window and he was looking out the window, but he had like this here lantern in his hand, right? I had a watch, not a watch. I had a cellular phone, and the cellular phone would light up the whole room, and it would even light up the hallway. Megan was over there in the other room, in her room. I had the baby. Had the baby. Was trying to put the baby to sleep. Megan was over there in her room with her door closed. Anyway, I picked up the phone and I had called 911. I told y'all that, those those jackets that have those little flaps on it. I told you guys about that. He had on that. He had on a cowboy. He had on a hat, but he had like some coins. As he was going down the stairs, you can hear the coins, but you never did hear him stomp on the ground floor. Down on the ground floor, it wasn't no carpet, but coming upstairs in the room, it was carpet. Y'all, I pinched myself and everything. I know exactly what I was seeing, right? I called 911 and I told 911, I need a police here. I said that it's a man in the house. And then they gave me the address and they said that, where is he now? I said that he is going downstairs. They say, could you hear when he walking downstairs? I say, yes, I can hear him. She said, have he reached downstairs? I said, he went downstairs. I said, but he have not stepped on a towel downstairs because you can tell because I can hear it. So the 911 say, stay on the phone with me. I stayed on the phone. The police officers, they came with a lot of lights and they turn on these big lights and they light up the whole place. The lady said that, who is home with you? I said, it's my daughter. She said that, do you think he went over there? I said, no, I can see him from the stairs. He said, where your daughter? I said, she in her room. I said, she got her door closed. She said, okay, the police is out there right now. Y'all, please like my video. I don't even know how many I got in here because I don't have on my glasses. She said that, okay, the police is out there right now. She said, on the count of three, she said, I want you to get up. And she said, I want you to run. straight outside. And then she said, but you don't hear him walking on the downstairs on the floor. I said, no. I said, and I don't see I don't see that lamp, but he had in his hand like that blue lamp. So anyway, the police shine all the lights everywhere. The lady said, okay, here we go. Ready? And we count one, two, three. And I ran down those stairs, ran to the front door and opened the police. The police had lights everywhere. Came through my own. Megan's jumped up and said, Mom, what's going on? Mom, what's going on? I said, man, Megan was a man in the house. Anyway, the police then went everywhere with these big lights all upstairs, all in Megan's room, everywhere, looking for this man inside the apartment. I didn't even see him, but I never did hear him, like walk downstairs. On that I can hear him when he was had the upstairs, but I never did hear him when he got downstairs walking on the tile downstairs. I told the police, basically like what he had in his hand and everything. And he came in, he was looking out the window. Next thing you know, the police had said to Megan, he asked me, could he speak with Megan? I said, yeah. He said to Megan, he said that I don't know what he said to Megan, but I'm going to think what I said to Megan. When they had me here and they had Megan, he must was asking Megan, did she have some boy in the house? Megan said, no. Megan came back in and Megan said that you won't believe what Megan said. Megan said, come on, Mom. Come on, Mom. Let's go back to bed. It was your medication. I looked at that red heifer. I want to knock out because I know it wasn't my medication. I know what I had on saw. Megan told the police, my mom is on medication. It's on her medication. It got to be one of her meds. It's acting up. And I looked at her. Oh my God, I could have pushed her down for saying some stuff like that. Now hold it right there. As time go on, that happened. I never did forget it. Y'all, let me tell you something. I have that always been on my mind, what I had saw. Y'all, I could lay it down. I think so. I had told y'all one time before, I can hear something like kicking up on the bed. Because you remember my dog, Bo? You remember Bo? And I moved that, I couldn't bring Bo. So basically, I had to give Bo away to a friend. So each time, it was like somebody was on Bo. It used to be like back in the day. I remember when Bo got something or tore something, Bo would be playing up on the bed with her. So each time you would hear it go boom, boom, boom. That used to be some mess what Bo used to do. But I know Bo now and then I say, and I always a word about Bo. I say, thank God. I say, Bo must don't pass away. He just letting me know that he thinking about me, right? Then I used to hit the bed and say, stop it, Bo. And the sound would go away. I want y'all to listen to me good. Let me tell you something. I be in that place, sleep. Wait a minute. I be there in that apartment sleeping. I didn't even get no kind of good night's sleep because it always was something bothering me. Let me tell you, if I go, only how that it does not bother me if I'm burning like an incense or basically like a white candle. Other than that, it called itself um this here. It came to choke me one night. I fought it off. This here one time I was asleep just like this here because I always sleep on my side, right? And my head, I was facing the closet. So anywhere that, and all of a sudden, it gonna come. I think I told you scooters about this at one time. I wasn't asleep, I was basically resting. it gonna have a nerve to bring its ass going, and I would like to see her gonna call itself or trying to pull my arm, pull my hand, kept on pulling my, and then as I was trying to pull it, it seemed like I didn't have no strength to pull it, but I was having, but when it did, whenever somebody another, when I was able to break through with my hand and pull it, y'all, I took it like it was like it. To me, it was like a to me how I took it, I slung it like it was like a bucket of paint or something. And somehow or another, much that I was try, but somehow when I was able to pull my hand through, I took it and I threw my hand up against the wall. Like, I did them, get the hell away with me, and I throw my hand. Guess what it is? I seen this here black shadow, black shadow just slide on down the wall. Like that you throw water or something. I seen the black, and it went, and I watched it. I seen everything with my eye. A black shadow. It just went like it was going back, like under the bed, going back down the wall, like you throw something against the wall. So anyway, I said, okay, I get it. I kept on just thinking about and a whole lot of other little things that was happening. So I had called over one of my friends, um, who I was driving buses with, and I was basic telling him about. And he's a very religious person. He said that, D, what happened? He said someone had died in here before. And he said that, and that's what it is. He said in that spirits life, say they had died in this book, and say basically while you here, you are disturbing them. And I said, you really think so? He said, yes, that's what it is. Okay. I said, oh Lord, I'm stuck with this here. So a lot of things basic was happening in that apartment. So when the time did come with this here COVID situation, when I went and when paid the rent, I had the money to pay it, but I was trying to get into that COVID thing. But I really ain't know much about it. But somebody came on YouTube and was telling me about it. And they saying that, Dolby, they put your name, did in fact with the courthouse. Something. I say, oh, okay, or something. I was taking it very, very light. So anyway, I had went and did the COVID relief thing for the COVID to pay it. Child, let me tell you something. When I got ready to leave out that apartment, and of course I gave a lot of stuff away. Whole bedroom set. I gave a lot of stuff away. Anyway, when I got ready to go, I went and what I did is to put what's in storage, and I never went back to the storage. I didn't want the clothes in there. I didn't want nothing. But I basically is getting what I did, got what I'm gonna get out of there. And I did. Then when I went back to Florida a year ago or 2 years ago, when I went back to Florida, all my clothes, all that type of stuff I had, it was at my daughter's house. And then I told my daughter, I said, you know what? A lot of stuff had tags on. I said, no, I'm gonna put a table outside. I said, and let the people go for and just basically donate it. That's what I did. I said, I don't want to bring that. I don't want to bring that energy back with me. I say, if I don't start over new, I say, I'm going to get everything basic new. My clothes, I don't want makeup, I don't want shoes, I don't want nothing. Because all the while in my mind, I was thinking about that there's, that there spirit, that I would bring that spirit here with me. All right. Because I'm still thinking about that. All the clothes and everything basically that don't happen in there. And then dealing fact with a lot of things basically don't happen. It really wasn't no good experience with me. But with my friend who I was driving buses with, when he told me that, no, no, Jovi, somebody had died in here before. And you basically disturbing them. All right. So I said, oh, then I had already told him about that man that I had seen that came in there, and then the police said, don't come. Let me tell you what happened here. maybe it was Monday. I think I talked about it with my cousin. I called her up and told it what was going on. I was my my shoulder was bothering me. I was tossing and turning all night long. Didn't fight with my shoulder because I really ain't wanting to get up and take no pain pill. I really want, and sometimes if I position myself right, the pain would go away. So anyway, I was sitting here, I was laying here, and this time here, I turned my head towards the wall that way. All the while, I always sleep on this side here. I don't know, just I just like sleeping on this side here. So anyway, I didn't want to get up and take no pain pill. So finally, I said that, oh my God, let me get up from here. I finally get myself together and go up. And usually when I take my pain, it usually bothers me all during the day, have me sleepy or something. And I don't want to sleep. I got things to do. I went, took a pain pill, and I laid here. All of a sudden, I lay here. Maybe as I was dozing off to sleep, the pain starting to ease. Guess what the hell? I felt something like this here, like something that's y'all won't believe this. The cover had the cover start pulling like this here. I opened up. I said, "Don't you start that shit here. You better get the hell up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. You ain't starting this year." And I start cussing it out. Cause see, let me tell you something. You don't want to be friends with that. You gonna have to speak it. That's how that it gonna move. Curse it, speak it. Because if it can find a way that it can get into you and ease up to you, I mean, you have to speak it with thunder. So I start cussing out, you ain't gonna start this shit. Hell no, I don't can't do it. Get your goddamn ass out of here. So I went and I got up. The pain left. I got up and I really burned my sage. I came back in my room that same day. The next day, I had called my cousin and I was telling her, um, the one that in Georgia. I said that, and it felt like to me, maybe because I was dozing off to sleep and the pain was easing up. I said, but it seemed like that it was something was starting to put. I said, I never had no problem here of sleeping. Never. I said, but it seemed like something basic was pulling. She said, it was basic pulling. She said, no, I want y'all to listen to this here. That was a different type of energy that it was in fly. She said that there was a woman when you feel that when the cover I hope y'all listen that. She said when you feel that when the cover is it that's not a dead bird, that's a woman that's alive trying to scare you. That there come from a woman. So I say, really? She said, yeah. She said, they ain't nothing but a live woman. She said, that is a woman. She said, the old folks used to say that when they come like that, pulling. Now, that was a different pull that when I was in Florida, it was pulling me physical, like my arm, or it was trying to choke me or something. Each way I was able to bust through it. Then sometimes I like get out the bed and look up under bed. What the hell now? That's basically how I was talking when I was in Florida to it. So when I was telling my sister said, no, the old folks say that is a woman. That's a woman got you on her mind. Just want something to bad. She just wishing worse for you. She said that the mind, I mean, she said that they be having on their mind. They don't know how to speak it and use it. It's a jealous woman of you. When they come pulling like that on you, it usually is a jealous woman. And that woman is not no one that's dead, not no one, and that woman is alive. And that's is what I want to tell y'all about that story. That I said, I got to tell you about that. But the more of the story here, y'all handle your business. Don't leave, I don't care how much that Your kids love you, and my kids will never mess around here and die. Mess around here and die. You're going to see how much your children love you. You're going to see. If they don't be looking for somewhere trying to catch you in that policy, get your business taken care, even down to your program, even down to your dress. Get everything. Do it yourself. Because you leave it to your damn children, they going to leave your ass sitting right up in that, what that was, that big concrete inside a damn casket and going on with their business, going on with their life. So take it. So anyway, I talked to my mama. I basically told everybody about this here situation, right? We'll get some laugh off in it and everything. But meanwhile, that scared a whole lot of people. Get your business in order. How you want to go. And even make out your own program. Even take your dress there. Because you leave it there to your damn kid. I'm telling you, ass still gonna be somewhere sitting up on top of damn land, dead, and they not gonna come back. Right now today, my husband can't even most remember what's the name of the graveyard. He just say somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know. He said only thing I know they always want to get out of New York, and the only how that they could have got out there, they had to die. But we did get them out of New York. That's what my husband said. Take care of your business. Don't leave a damn thing in whatever that uh, you don't owe them nothing. They ain't asked to be born. You don't owe them nothing. You did the best what you can that you know how. So for getting a big insurance policy, most big insurance policy, usually those people don't die of natural cause. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I said when you get a big insurance policy, those people usually don't die of natural cause. Cause no way that you got a $500,000, 250,000, $500,000. When our mama or when his daddy or when his grandpa is going to die, even though that they looking like that, they gonna peel over any time now. Peel over can be another 20 or 30 years. And I don't have that much long here because I need to take care of my business right now. So it's very, very important. A person that got a very expensive uh insurance policy, they don't usually lay down and die. It always someone don't knock them off cost of that insurance policy. So I will say to you guys, and so saying this here, I'm leaving this here, leaving what? You better make sure your insurance is paid and it's enough dealing fact you don't need no horse and carriage and buggy and all that. All that dealing fact is just a show for a bunch of dirt to be stowed on top of you. Then they'll put dirt, then they'll put some uh 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 just water sprinkling and grass. Just only do enough because the higher your insurance policy is the quicker that you're gonna leave from here. It's the quickest way you're gonna leave from here. Folks have said that when you die, your debt is paid. Yes, it is. But also too, if they able to squeeze even one payment out of you from something, from the dead, they gonna fault you for everything what they have. Every bill, whatever they gonna fault it, getting it back on the if you pay them one penny. You pay them one penny, they gonna hung down, they gonna put everything back you. If the dead is dead, then let it be dead. That's dealing fact with the same way, dealing fact with little birds. So how I'm doing on time. That's the same way dealing fact with Take care of your business. When you're gonna live a long time. You want to know who gonna be around. The person that gonna be around you, waiting on for you to die, is the one that you see when you got that high insurance policy. When you got a low insurance policy, they is not gonna stick around. You gonna have to call. They gonna have to call and hunt you down and tell you that mom is sick. Let me tell you what happened to me. My mama, I think, I think so. This here was like in I think this was like back in '79, right? I think it was '79, maybe '80. My mama had came down with my mama had came down with breast cancer. So I'm the baby, the youngest, besides my little brother. Uh my other brother behind me, right? So I have an older brother, and this is what he said. All of us is at the hospital, right? Mama getting surgery. All of us at the hospital. My oldest brother wasn't there. When mama came back then, they were leaving you in the hospital, right? When mama came home from the hospital, my brother jumped up out of nowhere. I ain't seen him. That's the one that called himself a preacher. Ain't seen him since King died. So he pops up at my mama house saying that, yeah, they told me that mama was sick, and she had to have something did to her breast or something. I'm the oldest child. How much the insurance policy? This is what this here. This is what he said. We all was at the hospital. He wasn't there. For what I understand, that my grandmama, somebody reached out and told him, said, "Your mama laying up there in the hospital, and she having a serious operation." He hurried up and got to my mama house. We was getting mama, all comfortable in the bed and everything. He came in there and said, skinny and grinning, and told my sister, told us around there, he was the oldest one. I heard mama, y'all, he said a couple things. He had a friend, had his friend was down in Pompano and Hammerville Road. His friend had bought, I think it was two new hearse. He was helping his friend, Freeman Funeral Home, with the with his funeral stuff, service and stuff. He came to my mama house, told us Freeman just brought two new hearse, and he gon' and he need them. Freeman just bought new hearse, and he trying to help Freeman pay off the hearse. He the oldest child, and where's the insurance policy? This is what this damn boy said. Back it up years later. Now, mama been gone, but my mama was buried the day before Mother's Day. So, years later, let's say 50 years later, mama passed. Guess what happened? He didn't even show up at the funeral. He didn't even show up at the funeral. And I didn't have no idea that y'all please thumb up my video. I know y'all tired of me talking. I told y'all this was story time. Okay. J Don is soon to be on with you guys. Um I didn't say too much to them because you remember now I was the youngest. They always been older than I. But when the time did come, Mama been gone, what, 12 years now. He never showed up at her funeral. The one that didn't talk much, really, Mama said that I really didn't pay too much attention. Mama said I was so quiet. She never did know what I was thinking. Come to find that I'm all the way down in Texas, coming up to Texas to get back to Orlando. They called me. I'm driving the bus, saying that they need me at the hospital. Said that they found out that the insurance policy was basic was put into my name. And I say, huh? They say, yeah. But still yet, I'm that daughter. I'm close to the family, but I'm so far apart. Now my sister basically head is basically keeping everybody together. But I always been a distant person. So anyway, he didn't come to mama's funeral. Me and my sister got together and we did the arrangement and everything, did invite with mama's funeral, and we put mama away. I gotta tell y'all this here story here. When your parents first die, like how we did a cremation with my mama. We said we could have buried and do that, but mama said no, don't. And my mom knew what she was talking about. She said no. She said no, do a cremation on me. My mama knew what she was talking about. Cause guess what? We all don't move the way. It wouldn't be nobody to be able to take flowers to my mama grave. I don't move out of Florida. My sister don't move here. My brother don't to Georgia. Everybody don't move the way for the place that we were to had. Mama had a buried mama. No one had been back to give her flowers, put flowers on her grave. Cause we all don't move the way. But did in fact with her cremation, I don't have one. My sister and my brother and them, they have the necklace. At first they started out like wearing them all the time. And as time moved on, they just took them and put them like into a little jewelry box of mama ashes. And I really do, it's just my opinion. Did in fact with my mama must knew that, it's like that. Regardless of what, she didn't want to be buried. She said, no, she cremate me. And she said that, she said, let her go because my mama liked fishing and put them in the water. That's what she had said. But everybody, my mama got 6 kids. All us got the ashes. And no, I didn't get the ashes. I don't like stuff like that. Only thing I got was the book or the register book. But me and my sister put everything together. It wasn't no arguing. It wasn't nothing. No arguing was going on. We all showed up and we all did what we had to do. But only thing different is that since mama since that happened to mama, we have not been together. Me and my brothers, we all are top on a group chat, but we all have not been together, nor have we seen one another. And from that time, but we are talk on the group chat and laugh and all these types of, but we all haven't been in the same room since the day mama died. What is that? Yeah, but you guys, it's a funny thing dealing fact with funny thing dealing fact with life. Ladies, long as that we stay single, that making it hard for another man to get to us. Cause we've been single so long. Move at our own pace. I know basically gonna probably be a little hard for me because I like getting on YouTube all time of the night. This thing. So I know it's gonna be a little bit. But guess what? I'm willing on to take the risk. I'm willing on to take the risk. So long as that we are by ourselves, that's hard. That is very hard for us to get into another relationship. Because the only thing that we can think about, especially with a relationship, I was saying to death do us part. We always trying to find somebody to fulfill those shoes. Fulfill those shoes. We're not looking at failure that the marriage not gonna work because we know that we know how to love to death. But dealing fight with a divorce, you don't know how to love them. You always have that bad. If you're alone and it be in a divorce, you're gonna always have that in you. How the last relationship, how that it end. Like me, I don't have to compete or compare uh nothing because that my husband totally is off, is gone. It's gone. That's it. So I have to build something because that a lot of time when you get a divorce, you got to look at your ex and it'll come out every now and then. See, I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to look on my show for that because there's not no ex for me. So anyway, you guys, I gave you my little story time. I'm gonna see could I take a nap. I don't know what is going on. Um, my sleeping pill have not kicked in yet. And I'm trying to get that trial. I hope it don't try to kick in at 7 o'clock in the morning. Hell no, I got things to do at 9 o'clock. So anyway, you guys, thank you guys, those that for listening to my story time. Don't forget tomorrow night we gonna be talking. And you guys, tell me this. Do me a favor. If y'all see some stories out there, leave it in the on the comments. If y'all got something that basic you want me to go and leave it on the comments so that basic when I come together with us this time of night, we basically can talk about it after I do my research. Right now, we're gonna do exercise day. Everything go okay. We're gonna be doing exercise. I cannot get it right with the music because I didn't get with Shakim yet. For Shakim can get me right with the music, and I don't want to take no chances on that. The only thing I can do is just do this step, just stepping class, and I just have to count it with our feet and see how y'all can get it in because I don't want to take no chance on my channel to get any kind of scratch until I get it down to pay for this your copyright and to get it down with the music so we can continue. But how we doing with the time? Oh, my phone is so why my phone so good and cold. My God, today. So anyway, that's all that I want to share to you guys. So again, that is so as we go through our day, you guys, let's find something that we can cling on to love. Because you know that it's a sin to be alone. So you got to find somebody to love. Only thing out of life that you can get is the experience. That's the only thing you can get out of life is experience. Um, I don't know who coming in, but hey, thank you for coming in. Look like one of my moderators coming in. So anyway, that's basically was my story time. I see you guys out tomorrow. You guys please turn on your notification. Come on and support with. If you don't do much, stick your head to the door and just give me a click and a view. Not all the time that I want to be up over there cutting up, but I will. Only thing you got to do is just call my name in the wrong way. Yes, I will come out the door and work. But meanwhile, I'm gonna say you guys, look at the birds are up. I know I'm been up too long. I say you guys, good morning and good night, and I see you later. Don't forget now, we're gonna be doing some exercise. I don't know, maybe we doing scratches. The exercise, what we doing is scratches and chair exercise. And reason why that because it's the summer and we got to start back dancing. Let me see. I I can't even. I can't even see because I don't even have my glasses on. Whatever that you're saying, I thank you. Everybody have a blessed day and happy Thursday. Bye bye.